to go and win an election. President is a politician now. So people should not, when they say effort of federal government, what do you see to show that federal government is seriously interested to win this?
Abuja is surprised and shocked at the outcome of Osun State.
Absolutely.
But that was never their plan.
That was not the game plan.
How can you deploy such a battalion of security men and you say you want free and fair election?
Well, it's alleged that they spent over 60 point something billion naira with this election.
Can you imagine? No more than that. I just confirmed today.
Okay.
They spent 110 billion naira.
Hello guys, welcome back to Checker Film. Finally, Nelson Wike put Tinubu for trouble. I talk about say now this person Nelson Wike now will put Tinubu for trouble at the end. Now see how Nelson Wike exposed what Tinubu be want to do for Osun State and how they plan with Adeleke. Unfortunately, it seems to insinuate that he was the one that would have sent to Osun State if the Tinubu government was really serious. But don't worry, I want us to watch the video, then we'll come back to give our own final analysis and expose the truth in that story.
I don't know the effort made by federal government, but I do know that parties in the election will make efforts to win election. There's nothing wrong in that. But federal government are part of the federal government. I'm sure that if the president wanted to win Osun at all cost, I would be involved. And I would have been there. And the governor would have known that it would have been different. Election is not won one day. Election is not one day. Election is a process. You can't just get up in the morning to go and win an election. President is a politician now. So people should not, when they say effort of federal government, what do you see to show that federal government is seriously interested to win this? If colleagues, governors, as of a party, think that by going there, will have a form of influence, it is to the people. I didn't see anything that anybody would tell me federal government did. Do you know what you are talking about? If federal government carried influence, do you not see 2019 influence in the River State election? Where you saw federal might, where the military was fully involved, where women came out naked, carrying their breasts, showing the soldiers, look at our breasts, you won't do anything here today. That's what they say when you see might, military might, federal might. Where you see where military base was turned to collation center. Then when they talk about federal might, come on, when it's people like that, did his party not contest? If you were trying to support Adeleke, why did you feed the candidate? Their candidate had lost. You are now saying, oh, thank God the Accord Party won. Are you a member of Accord Party? If you are talking about coalition, you would have done the coalition before then. You would have come to say, look, everybody in this party step down. We want Accord to win this election. Then you would have made sense. Then after the election, you say, oh, we won. Look, they won. What did the governor say? He said, President, I thank you for allowing a free and fair election. And for that purpose, I want to reiterate my commitment I made to you. I will still support you for a second term. So they are taking that, having said, oh, Adeleke, you have won. They are looking for a state. Even if you will lose the election, even if I'm so bad, I didn't do well during my time, for example, why the winning man will be scoring 500-something thousand, second person will be scoring 400-something thousand, the third person will be scoring 17,000, a party that a former governor just recently. Come on. Then when it gets to the national election, that's when the party will win there. Try. Yeah, try. Please, we shouldn't be counting about all this. They know. So the only thing they can do now is, as usual, start crying. But if it is to win an election, no. It's not on the card at all. The opposition cannot win. Maybe after now, then they start planning and put their house in order. But if it is this 2027 election against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no, forget it. It's over. No sentiment, if you like, say the whole is not correct. If you like, bring any sentiment you can. Because how you choose leadership is what attempts are you making? What steps have you taken to solving problems? That's how you identify a leadership. Not leadership that came, that knows that this microphone is a problem. And he has not done anything to solve this problem of a microphone. Somebody has come, identified the same problem, say, no, I will do this in order to stop this problem. That is the person you should appreciate. So, don't be talking about the opposition. Talk depleted opposition. Next time when you ask him a question, don't say opposition. Say depleted opposition, which are one of those that depleted.
Okay, now that we've watched the video and heard everything that Nelson Wike said. Now, after Nelson Wike said this, to confirm what Nelson Wike said about the federal government plan, I want us to also watch the video of Rufai Oseni about how he exposed the federal government and how over 20 governors came into the plan. I want us to watch this video.
Okay, thank you, Ayo. A couple of things. The argument about federal might not being used, I think it's dead and buried. Federal might was used. When I was saying it yesterday here, a lot of people thought I was just talking. And when I deliberately mentioned the name of Adeleke, a lot of people thought I was just talking. But you can see that he has come out to say that he heard, and he had on good authority, that 60 billion was deployed to the election. If you think federal might was not used, then what's the entirety of Osun State as a whole that 60 billion is deployed towards an election? Those are the questions we should ask. So federal might was used, but they failed at it because the people stood tall. Excerpts of the interview Adeleke had on a sister station here showed that he has finally come to debunk that other narrative that he had an alliance with President Tinubu. You know, I told you, a lot of people are reeling from defeat. It's painful, so they are looking for narratives to soften defeats. And in part of the narrative, I mean, a lot of these people forget that we are skilled at debunking useless narratives. Part of the narrative is to sell President Tinubu as the hero so that you will soften the blow of defeat. It's not going to land. It's not sailing. Let's call it spade a spade. They lost. They used federal might. They used everything. The people prevailed. And like I said yesterday, the people should be watchful. In fact, if there's anything like sleeping with your two eyes closed, do it. Because those that federal might failed will go and perfect the federal mights. And let's stop deceiving ourselves.
Now, you listen to Oseni Rufai. I don't want to give my own opinion now, so that people will not say I'm imposing my own thought in this issue. But there's another video I want you guys to watch. That's the video of Barrister Darlington from VOP TV. And just listen to what he has to say regarding this same issue.
Abuja is surprised and shocked at the outcome of Osun State.
Absolutely.
Because that was never their plan.
That was not the game plan.
How can you deploy such a battalion of security men and you say you want free and fair election?
Let's also bear in mind that the candidate of the APC was not the generally accepted person. He was imposed.
Yes.
And people are saying that Omishore or something, the guy played, equally did something.
So, because they were sure. Look,
that he revolted.
Do you know what happened?
That he brought his own supporters to support Adeleke.
No, you know what happened?
You know?
They believe that even if they bring a lame dog in Osun, they are going to win. Because of what they have already planned. Is that not the worst embarrassment that 16 governors invaded the state? I mean, invaded. Because under the Electoral Act, they are not supposed to be there. It's an electoral offense, but who will challenge them?
That's exactly what we are saying.
It's an electoral offense. You left your state and you sauntered into to do what?
You are not going to vote. You are not a voter. You don't have a PVC. You can't vote in the state. Why are you importing people from other states to the state?
No, it's just because Osun people, they didn't want to be controlled by anybody. Because if Oyebanji have entered, he would have been like Fubara. That was what they wanted to do.
Yes.
They wanted another Fubara in Osun State. That was the reason. They brought that guy who is unknown to anybody in Osun.
Yes. There is something I want to add. Barrister Dalenti, there is something I want.
Now that we've listened to Barrister Dalenti, as Wike said that the federal government might was not involved, the Tinubu was not really interested in rigging the Osun State election. There is this another video I want us to listen to. That is the video from Davido, where he talked about this same topic. Let's listen to him. We'll be right back.
That he is sitting on a ministry that is sitting on billions of dollars. Yeah. Well, it's alleged that they spent over 60-point-something billion naira with this election.
Can you imagine? No more than that. I just confirmed today.
Okay.
They spent 110 billion naira.
Wow.
I don't know where I'm coming from. I'm coming from somewhere where we had an insider that was sending us, if you see the cash that these people brought in. Hey, if they had gotten away with that election, Nigeria is finished. If they had gotten away with that election, Nigeria is finished. Because the blueprint will now be, for election is violence, only way is violence and money.
Money.
We didn't spend a dime on election day. All we could do is just pray that these people take their money and vote for us.
Well, now you peeped into my book, because that was going to be my next question. Okay. Do you think it was a major collaboration between not just the fact that you tweeted, but yes, the people love the governor, but then we saw videos making rounds where people were saying, they said it in Yoruba, of course, they're saying, oh, we collected their money, but then we voted for them. So do you think it was a major collaboration between the people and, yes, your tweets were going round?
My checkmating INEC, because when the election started, the results were being uploaded every 30 minutes. You know, it's about 3,700 polling units that they upload there. When it got to 232, hey, 5 hours, and I already knew what was going on. They were trying to, how are we going to manipulate? Okay, let's add, but when you are losing by 60 to 70,000 votes, it's kind of hard to manipulate that. And I heard the Senate president was trying to call the coalition center. And that is like my godfather, Akpabio.
But you already said
he was calling me. They were calling me to delete. I said, sir, sorry, I don't. Everybody, you guys have literally just gone against my uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys are seeing this man. I can't delete anything. My uncle Aliko called me to delete. I said, Uncle Aliko, I'm only deleting. Until INEC announced, I'm only deleting anything. Do you understand?
Okay.
Who else did they say was calling? Faleke. That one too retweeted me, was saying that I should focus on my music. Well, I said, well, politics is not a job. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you are just to serve the people. So he said, focus on let us focus on our politics. See, that's the mentality. Let us focus on our politics. Well, and let me tell you guys, you guys are getting old. Now your children go suffer. I'm telling you, now your children go suffer. Like, it got to a point where it was the Osun people that were beating the people that were trying to seize ballot. People are tired. And they should be very scared. And let me tell you something. My uncle should be an example to all other government officials, governors. When you stand by the people will stand by you.
That's correct.
Do you know what it is to beat people that have rigged in 400 and something thousand votes? 400 and something thousand votes. Don't be joking. I don't think Ekiti, the winner got what? Is it 200 or something?
200. I was there live. I'm from Ekiti State, so don't even go there.
I don't try.
Don't go there. Okay, now let's talk serious business.
No. But How was your election day and Osun's election day was way different?
No, you remember my intro was Osun State election made it feel like it was presidential election.
And apart from that, like the people of Osun State, you guys don't know what you've done, not only for the states,
for Nigeria,
but for Nigeria. You're giving Nigerians hope that because if they are taking this one, I don't think there's hope for anything. Do you understand? Why can't there be different parties in different states? The people should be able to choose who they want. It's only fair. And with all odds against us, my uncle came out triumphant, and it just proves to me that God is real.
So now we've listened to these people. We've listened to Barrister Adeleke, Davido, Sani Rufai, and the man who started this conversation, Wike. But before we go further, please tell me on the comment section below, is it true that the federal government was not really involved in this election, or they just trying to say, Governor Adeleke, please have it. We don't want to do anything against you, or they have Governor Adeleke had a deal with Tinubu. So give me your thoughts on the comment section below. So now my thought is that the federal government tried their best and they failed. They failed because the people were ready to sacrifice themselves for the protection of the vote. He said that the federal government was not interested. The federal government was not interested. Sorry guys. They spent over 110 billion for a state election, as if they are running a federal government election. 110 billion, that is enough to develop that state. And the worst part of it is that if at the end APC succeeded in winning Osun State election, so where would they recoup that money, that 110 billion they got from you spent in that election? Tell me, where would they get it from? I want you guys to drop it on the comment section below. Tell me, where would they get that money from? Where would they recoup that money from? It is going to be from the Osun State coffer. That means at the end of the day, the people will bear the brunt of electing APC into government. He said the federal government was not involved. The federal government was not involved. 20 APC governors, the Senate president, the senators, House of Assembly members were in Osun State. What are they trying to do? We even heard how Davido said that how the Senate president was trying to call the INEC, finding a way to rig the election. The luck that the Osun State people had, or the Governor Adeleke had, was that the margin between APC and Accord Party was too much. How can you rig? Where will you get that 60,000 votes from? So it was difficult. And what Davido even said that even that 400 or something vote, 411 vote that they got, it was even rigged to that extent. But the distance, the margin was too much that they cannot do otherwise. Otherwise, they are ready to burn down the Osun State. So, at the end, Tinubu saw that there is no way for them. He called the Governor Adeleke and congratulated him, even before INEC even declared Governor Adeleke the winner. So, if Tinubu was not involved, the federal government was not involved, how did he know that Governor Adeleke already won before INEC declared the result? So, let them be deceiving themselves. They are trying to downplay the victory of the people. Try to downplay the morale, try to lower the morale of the people, saying that Governor Adeleke had a deal with Tinubu, that is the reason he won. No. Governor Adeleke won because the people were ready to protect, not only protect, protect their vote, safeguard it, and wait till the final result was made. People were outside in the morning. That is the reason Osun State people won. APC tried their best. They tried their federal might, but people were ready to say enough is enough. And that is the reason the people had the victory. There's nothing Wike can do about that. Wike also said that the federal government was not, the federal might was not in Osun State. That if you think of a federal might come to Rivers State in 2019 election, how the federal government used their might to make sure that PDP did not win, will not win a Rivers State election. But at the end of the day, the PDP won Rivers State. And what is Wike making with that statement? So if he could win against the federal might, what makes him believe that other people cannot win against the federal might? And he seems to be like, he should be the messiah that is the one that can rig every election. And once he's involved, the election will be, the rigging will be successfully. That is his own mentality, but that is wrong. Thank you very much. But I will be waiting for you guys on the comment section below. But before I go, guys, please, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Click on the bell icon so that whenever I drop any latest update, you will be notified. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.